Ladies and gentlemen, we had to leave Afghanistan. The manner in which we left, the disorganized, atrocious, last minute, botched, horrible manner in which Biden and his administration allowed to take place. When Trump negotiated a deal, all the brilliant, intelligent pundits, the intelligentsia, these people are always wrong on everything. On everything. Every grandiose statement they make, you can pretty much bet on the opposite. Clinton winning in a landslide, Trump working with Russia, which never happened, Biden unifying the country, WMD, Gulf of Tonkin, we can go throughout history. You look at the manner in which we left, we had to leave. It was the manner in which we left that emboldened every adversary that we have. Not leaving. Everybody knew we couldn't stay forever. Everybody knew also it would fall to the adversaries there. A counterinsurgency conflict cannot be won. There is no way to win. The Soviets lost there before we had to leave, and the French lost in Vietnam before we did. God bless the veterans of Vietnam, Desert Storm, Korea, Iraq, Afghanistan. The veterans, the American men and women, the soldiers, their families. This entire country owes them a debt of gratitude forever. The people like Bush, Cheney, Rumsfeld, Kerry, Clinton, Biden, the establishment, the American political establishment that couldn't stand Trump defeating Clinton, so they set him up and framed him with this absurd nonsense that he worked with Russia. That's what was important. And then, of course, it's going after Trump's CFO or CEO because of perks. Meanwhile, they can't indict or charge Trump for anything, yet they accuse him of everything under the sun. And NPR, this was just last month, June 15th, 2 months ago, China sends a record 28 military planes into airspace controlled by Taiwan. Okay. Didn't hear anything from Biden's administration or morally superior, apoplectic, almost always wrong, wonderful liberal Democrats. Heard nothing about that. Okay. Now, then you have China Z, pledges reunification with Taiwan, gets stern rebuke. Okay. But then you have the other day, 11 jets, military drilled near Taiwan. Taiwan says 11 Chinese aircraft entered its air defense zone. So you have, 39 jets, Chinese jets, 39 in the past couple of months, over Taiwan's airspace. Okay. They can overrun that country, which China believes is their country. A part of their country. Okay? There's only about 100 miles distance in the Taiwan Strait between the mainland and Taiwan. I don't know how we could defend Taiwan if China decided to invade the country. And in their mind, in the viewpoint of the communist government, reclaim officially what's theirs. They believe Taiwan is part of China. That it's actually their territory, their country. Okay? And the diplomatic status of Taiwan, it's a country, but it doesn't hold every the same type of status as every other country out there. So they have a unique. There's a unique place that they hold in the world, and the notion of complete independence from China would immediately cause a military confrontation. What can Biden do now that and hit subscribe to this channel right now, because not many people are talking about this, and this is an important issue. This could very well happen under Biden's administration. Trump, with his tariffs that Biden hasn't even reversed, stood up to China, or at least they feared him in a way. They respected Trump. Trump was vilified by media, but they respected Trump. We couldn't even talk about the origins of you-know-what, because media was so petrified that it would lead back to a country that, for some reason, media and Democrats cannot criticize in any way. But, I mean, I'm talking about, like, legitimate, normal, valid critique. Not like the rabid, maniacal critique of Democrats pertaining to certain countries. But hit subscribe to this channel right now if you want to support this channel. My super thanks button is below. I'm going to start a Substack also, so you can follow me there and get emails on what I'm up to in terms of writing. But that's a way to kind of, I'll start that, and let's see, an Odyssey channel I have to start, so I'm going to branch out a tiny bit. We're almost at 184,000 subs. We're on our way to 200,000. Please tell your friends about this channel. And if you want to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, other publications, it's hagoodman.com. You can support my work via Patreon there, or in the pinned comment. The Patreon link is there. This is all happening. So 28 jets over Taiwan's airspace, and then 11 jets over Taiwan's airspace, including military drills the other day. And China holds assault drills near Taiwan's after provocations. This is Reuters. They continue to step up and ramp up the military confrontation that could possibly happen this year or within the next 6 years, according to top military leaders within the U.S. So my question is, why is all of this taking place under Biden? Why is all of this taking place under Biden? Because he wanted to spite Trump. It wasn't leaving. I voted for Trump because he negotiated a deal, because he was the anti-war candidate. Biden and Clinton, the Lincoln Project people, got us into this mess. The Bill Kristols of the world. They got us into this mess. They've never been right. You could look back at WMD, Libya. They've never been right about anything. Literally have been wrong. And they say, well, Trump caused January. Well, if that's the case, then they're directly responsible for hundreds of thousands of traumatic brain injuries, hundreds of thousands of PTSD cases, tens of thousands of people wounded in combat, men and women. My God, the untold, unspeakable atrocities that people like the Lincoln Project and Kristol and all of these hawks within the Bush administration that opposed marriage equality, that should have been canceled a long time ago by the standards, the moral standards, the moral priests of social media. The interesting thing is the following. You look at our standing in the world today. They said that people were laughing at us because of Trump. They weren't. Other countries respected us. They respected what we were capable of. We had a great economy. We were doing extremely well. Then a global crisis took place that wasn't Trump's fault. If you want to blame anyone, blame people like Andrew Cuomo, who literally, their decisions put infected people into elderly care facilities. Their decisions directly led to 13 to 15,000 lives lost in New York. Trump did not make a decision to directly impact the lives of anybody. He was the president. He had no right to tell a governor what to do. The people who blame Trump have no understanding of how our government works. They failed basic civics. Oh, he downplayed. Oh, these are all propaganda, marketing ploys. He downplayed. So Cuomo took it so seriously that he ended up literally making decisions that cost people lives, direct decisions. Trump didn't. He had no right to tell a governor what to do. But see, that's the whole thing. We couldn't talk about the origins of that. And so you have Democrats now with a situation where Taiwan could be invaded and completely taken over. They could simply do what Russia did in Crimea, and there could be people within the political party in Taiwan saying, oh yeah, we want complete independence, which could be a ploy by Beijing. Maybe they could be working for the communists, communist political party, and what I'm saying is they could infiltrate the government as by saying, okay, we're going to formally declare independence when that's not true. What I'm trying to say is there's so many different ways that China could say, well, as a pretext, we're going to invade. We've been focused on Trump's tax returns or pressuring Zelensky. We've been completely asleep at the wheel because Democrats and media had different priorities than world peace or national security. Their priorities were the only national security concern was stopping Trump for the past 4 years. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Something could take place. God forbid. God forbid. I don't want it to happen.